Hello everybody, what's going on? This is Japhet from the Art of Trading, and we're back with another episode of the Daily Top 10 where we analyze the trending stocks and see where price action takes us. So before we get into that, I just want to remind you to check out my socials down below in the description if you want to, shoot me a message anywhere else on every platform. I'm on it at the Arc of Trading. So before we get into that, let's look at our index first. So let's look at PSEI for today. What it did, it closed at a positive 9 points for today, and even though we have a negative 600 million net foreign, so it did just settle right around the 6,700 points. So it's trying to build a level of support right here. So it's like a short-term level of support right around this area from 6670 to around 6720 points. So overall, it stopped bleeding there. It retested it twice already, creating this level of support right here with this second test or even third time. So it's kind of like trying to build a support level right here, and it doesn't want to go down even further to our 6600 level just yet. So right now we have this level of support where it could potentially retest it again and see a breakout sometime soon if things go accordingly, and if news outside external factors don't hinder our index from moving up. But yeah, I heard the cases are going up again, so that's kind of something that might be affecting the PSE, the index right now. People's sentiments, they're being careful because of the rising number of COVID cases. So but for now, we have this immediate support at 6670 to around 6720 points. So let's get on to our first trending stock at Dito. So what did we see today? Good move from Dito, settling above our immediate support level at 10.9. So we finally see a candle right here close above our support level, and we closed at 11.38, positive 8% for today, even with the negative net foreign. So that is some good movement from Dito, and hopefully it does settle around this area right here in our support level at 10 to 10.9. So I like to see this we like to see this pierce back in of our candlestick into the support zone, and hopefully it holds up right around there. So up next we have PHA, closing it at an even 2.45, unchanged for today, even with the negative net foreign. So the locals did catch most of it, but yes, we are in this consolidation area right here. Pardon my drawing, but this area is a good range right now from around 2.5 to 2.6. So that's still holding up as a resistance right here. So we could put that again, 2.5 to around 2.65 level. That's our current resistance, and it got rejected right there again, even with a high of 2.56. So it got rejected, pulled back, but we are definitely in this range right now, which is a good move, so that we could potentially settle right around this price, and our support level holding up at 2.3 level, so range right there. So that's a good move for PHA, settling around above the support level right here, even with the pierce, and then break back in to this support level. So we could be seeing it retest this downtrend right here and our resistance, and if it does successfully break above, hopefully it settles right above our our support level right here, which then could signal a potential uptrend once again in this bigger range that we have now. So it's quite a huge range, and it does still maintain this, I guess, this uptrend. It could still be an uptrend, huh? So it could potentially just keep playing right around this price point, as it doesn't want to break out just yet. So this is a good move which could potentially narrow down in the future. So if this keeps narrowing down, we could be seeing a break potentially in the future. And when the market is better, then we should be seeing breaking of resistances on the upside. But for now, PHA is definitely on this downtrend right here, and it would definitely retest this downtrend line as it creates a level of support right around the 2.2 to 2.3 area. So let me just remove that red line, and let's put this instead. So there we go. It's definitely wanting to retest this resistance right around here in this area, the 2.50, 2.55 to around 2.65 zone, and we're hoping that it breaks above and potentially create some level of support right there. That would be the best move, and you could potentially get into it around this price range right here. And yeah, but for now, be careful because it still could get rejected and potentially break down out of this, I guess, ascending triangle, as you may say. But yes, let's look at our next one with ACEN, closing in at a positive 3% or 7.10 pesos for today. It did break above our break out of this downtrend line. It broke out of that, and now it's wanting to settle right around this price range. So it's still in that resistance. Our 7.2 level is still holding as resistance right now, but with this powerful move, we could be seeing a potential break above and settling of it right above this price point. So 7 to 7.2 is a good area for it to settle, form a consolidation, and potentially keep this uptrend going. So we shall see where this does want to take us, but for now it's a great test of the resistance level, as it could potentially break above right here onto our 7 to 7.2 support zone. So up next we have APL, who did not move too much today, closing in at negative 2% or 2030. It's still on our support zone right here, the 1950 to 2050 support zone. It's settling in there because we did see a huge bounce and a break back into the support level, but it could potentially be doing something like this one, and then exploding for a short term. This could also just be creating an area right here, and then maybe potentially retest the highs in the future, but we shall see what it wants to do. But it definitely does want to retest this downtrend line right here. It's attracted to that, or it could just go sideways right here on the support zone if it doesn't break below once again and retesting that 17.1700. So we shall see what it does. It's a huge range now, but the dominant part is still this downtrend right here. But with this overextension that we are seeing right here, it overextended. It is definitely drawn towards this line right here, this downtrend line. So that's it for APL for today. Remember these possibilities, because it could bounce. It's at support zone right now. It could bounce up to 22 plus or break below to 17.17. So gotta be careful. know where your cut loss points are. Let me just adjust this actually. Let me just adjust this support zone. Let's make it tighter at 19. Oh, this is actually the 1950 range. Okay, right there. Why did it get bigger? But yes, this hopefully is our new support zone. Let me just, yeah, there we go. So hopefully this holds a support level and we see it trading along this area once again, or creating some breakage of this downtrend line. So we shall see what it does, but right now the candlesticks are still curving downwards, and this could still get, you know, rejected on up here and retest 17.17 area. Let's move to our next one with who is also bouncing as it found some level of support right around this area. So let me just remove that and remove this. That's kind of a lot of noise, but for now let's look at this. So we did see it build some level of support right there at around 4.7 to 4.9. okay, 4.7, 4.70 to 4.90. That's a good level for it to hold, as it found some level of support as it was overextending, and it is drawn towards this resistance of 5.6. And then if it does build a support there, it could potentially retest this downtrend line that we have and retest this level right here at 6.3. So we shall see what it does. If it breaks above the 5.6, 5.7 level, we should be looking quite great on this one, as it slows down, as it slowed down on its downtrend right here. So potentially it would create some level of support right around here. Again, if there's a retest, then we can know that it could be a solid place for it to find or build a level of support. So for now, let's move on to our next one with LRW. So let's see where this one went for today. So last time we checked, it was consolidating right around this area, but now it's not, as it broke below. But good for LRW, breaking back into the support level at 1.85 to 2.0. So that's a good move for LRW right there. Let me just put it right there, 2.64. But great move, or great break back in, and hopefully it finds some level of support right here at the 1.85 to 2.0 range. And if there is multiple testing of it right here in the future, we could be sure that this support level could be a great place to accumulate and potentially ride the wave up. So we shall see what happens, but this one closing in at 32% or 2.05 is a great move for LRW. And just, yeah, be patient for a setup, because this could be rejected still right here, because it could potentially just break back in, but we don't know that. So let's see if it does build them a level of support right here at 1.85. Good area to buy it, good area to accumulate, and then just set your cut loss points right below it. So let's see what happens for LRW. But let's move to TBGI for our next one. So Trans-Pacific Broadband Group is still moving along this sideways area with our daily support level still holding up. So let me just make it clearer. So our resistance at 0.54 is still intact, but we have this level of support right around this area at, let's just say it's at 0.45 or 0.4450. 4450 to 47, great support. Let me just retype that. 0.4450 is a great support, and 0.47, I think. Yes, so I think I'm not sure what the increments are, but this is a good area of support to accumulate at if it retests that level, because right now we're going on this sideways movement. So if it does retouch the support zone, as it got rejected right here, we could be looking at this to, you know, continue it sideways. And if there's another retest of support, you can trust it to potentially hold up. So accumulate on these areas at the support, and have your cut loss points right below. So we shall see what this will do, but for now, great level of support right here after it got rejected, and now it's just consolidating sideways and settling on this area. So that's good to see TBGI consolidating, but definitely still undecided. Neither the bulls or the bears are winning currently, as it closed at 0.5 or above 5%, but it did get rejected. So yeah, just gotta be careful. Accumulate at the support zones, as I've mentioned, and just be patient with the entries. So up next we have PSE closing in at 0.93 or -4%, still holding that downtrend line, but building a level of support potentially right here. Since it didn't go below, we could most likely call the level of support right there. Yep, so hopefully this level holds up. This level potentially holds up before retesting this downtrend line. So great place to accumulate cut loss points right below if ever. But for now, let's hope that it consolidates continuously, breaking this downtrend line and potentially creating higher lows so that it maintains its positive movement. So lastly, we have NIKL. NIKL is doing the same thing. Nope, it didn't. Today it settled, or it's settling, trying to settle above. Why is this support zone so long? Let's make it simpler. As it broke this downtrend line, right? So let's make it simpler and identify this as our level of support. So there was some choppy movements right here. So let's just include some of those wicks as it hit that and had a negative reaction, but now it broke back above. So let's check the price point on this, 5.37 to 5.50. So let's change that. Let's just make it simple, 5.4 to 5.50. That should be a good level for it to find some level of support, thus creating potentially some lower highs right around this area. I mean, not lower highs, higher lows. So if it does maintain its trajectory and creates a level of support right here, should be a great area to buy at. So if it does build a level of support here, you know what I'm gonna say, good area to accumulate there. Cut loss points right below our support zones. So but this is still, to me, kind of consolidating. This finish above the support line could still be, support range could still be broken, but if this does hold up, that is some good level for it to maintain. So let's see what it does over the next few days. But the 5 to 5.1 definitely held up, as we saw a good bounce above on there. So let's just do a quick recap for PSEI, as it is also finding a level of support, immediate support at the 66.70 to around 67.20 points. So thankfully it slowed down on its downtrend, I guess. Found a level of support right here, and hopefully it does maintain that trajectory right there and potentially break out of this downtrend. Because if we do see it break above right here, I'm pretty sure our traders are gonna have more confidence on our market if it does just that and settles right above a new kind of like creating like a higher low for our market. So let's see. It did not go down too much, and there's a level of support right here. And if we put like a trend line right there, there's also a little bit of confluence, multiple support, trend line support right here, and also a range support right here that we like to plot. So multiple confluence on its support zones, but this resistance zone is still holding up as well, so you gotta be careful. And if it does range right here and break out of this downtrend, that would be best as well. So that's it for me for today. Let's I hope that you guys picked up something from this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps me as well to make these videos every day, because you guys show some love and on it. So hope to see you guys next week for the daily top 10 show, and have a great weekend, everybody. But as always, remember to stay patient, be disciplined, and strive to be consistent with your trading. So take this weekend, rest, and I'll see you guys on Monday.